Hey Jesus, why do you love us like you do?
Hey, greetings, mortals. You know, it's a curse sometimes having superior intelligence over you pathetic humans. I mean,
Master of the universe.
yes, that's true. Mainly because it makes you look so damn disappointing to me. I'm seriously considering murder.
What?
On a large scale, meaning all 9 billion of you worthless pieces of shit. Now, I might save some of you, so keep praying. Just in case I need some human samples for a zoo, or something like that.
Zoo?
Yeah. Okay, Jesus update.
Loser.
Well, that's true. We already knew that. I was gonna say before I was rudely interrupted. Jesus had a little problem this last weekend. Apparently, he conned his way onto a football team in Oregon. Oregon State. Now, I did not know that. And every time he'd run around the house yelling, "Go Beavers! Beavers this and Beavers that." Now I understand the Oregon State Beavers. Now I read in the paper that he played a pretty good game last week for the Beavers, specializing in the Hail Marty pass, whatever the hell that is. Do you know what that is, Mother T?
It's Hail Mary pass.
Yeah.
Mary.
Right. Okay. Well, we already knew that. Well, this week he had a problem because he got a concussion in the game. Now he was falling back to pass, and some 300-pound monster pancaked him right flat on the ground. Concussion. So he ain't gonna remember shit for a while.
Now he's a retard.
Well, that's possible. Yeah, he wasn't that sharp before the injury, so you can imagine what he's like now. Poor kid. He's just a good kid, that Jesus. He just wanted to play a little football and he gets slammed. Oh well, what can you do? Well, he is a little brain challenged anyway, so he's gonna need our support while he heals. Yeah, hey, we should play some jokes on him. I mean, you know, while he's all fucked up in the head, we should try to really screw with him.
Gaslight the bitch.
Yeah, I think, I'm gonna think of some tricks to play on the old boy. Maybe he'll take his mind off being concussed. Well, let me see. I have an urge to send somebody to hell right now. Who's next in line, Mother T?
Orange monster.
Oh, that Trump. That Trump guy. Yeah. Donald Trump. Now, Donald Trump, fascinating fellow. Kind of a psycho, though. Now, when he croaks, where's he gonna go, Mother T?
Straight to hell.
Yeah, that's right. Now, let me explain. I'm not sending Donald Trump to hell because of what he's done so far. It's not because he's a selfish pig, or he's a sex offender, or he's a liar, or he's a racist. All these things are true. That's right, but I'm not sending him to hell for that. Not for his arrogance or his ignorance or his deep-rooted psychological problems that make him look like he's kind of retarded sometimes.
He's an asshole.
Yeah. It's not even that creepy hair. You know, he's got the wrong color hair to start with.
He's a cocksucker.
Well, you people don't know it yet, but Donald Trump is a murderer. Yep, he has not committed the murder yet. I will explain. Now, being Almighty God that I am, thank you, thank you.
Master.
I know the future, and I can tell you, believe me, you humans won't like the way it ends, but you brought that on yourself. But that's another story. That's another story. The future of your world. Let's just say it doesn't go well. I'll just tell you Trump's future. Just a little bit of Trump's future after the election. Well, he loses, of course. Of course he loses. He's a psycho. Well, it just tells me how stupid you humans are to even consider such a big fat idiot like this douchebag. Anyway, the fat fuck loses. Now, he has to have an excuse, right? So he says, oh, it's rigged, the election's rigged. He claims the election's rigged, but nobody pays attention except his retarded followers. They're the only ones who believe that. So he takes it out on his wife, Melania. They fight. She's already pissed off about all the women that he's grabbed and groped and, you know. So they split up, and eventually they get divorced. A few months later, the fat fuck is married again.
Number 4.
Yes, he is married to somebody equal this time. Somebody just as annoying and stupid as himself.
Psycho bitch?
Yes, you're right. Sarah Palin, who lost her own husband after their Down syndrome grandchild went on a shooting spree. But that's another story. That's in the future too, so just don't worry about it. Anyway, it's messy. So Trump and Palin disappear into the night, and are not heard of for years. Meanwhile, his son Eric admits he is not Donald's legitimate son, after a court case shows his DNA is not in the Trump line. You following me? Eric's real father is a neo-Nazi who lives in Scranton, Pennsylvania, which tells us a lot right there. Scranton, you know. Scranton. Now his other son, Donald Jr., also gets married. And you won't believe it, but he marries Rosie O'Donnell. After Rosie admits she was never gay and was always attracted to Donald Jr. Meanwhile, Ivanka Trump, his daughter, has a fling with Eric, his son. Well, not really his son. Not a biological brother to Ivanka. So Eric and Ivanka get married. It sounds weird, I know, but it's all gonna happen. Anyway, years later, Donald emerges from hiding, but without Sarah. Now, Donald denies knowing where she is, and a big search is conducted. A few weeks later, her decomposed body was found half buried in a crawl space of a home she shared with Donald somewhere in the Caribbean.
He's a fucking murderer.
Yes. So Donald is indicted and goes on trial for her murder in the trial of the century. You know, OJ last century, Trump this century. Anyway, OJ just got out of jail. So Trump blames OJ for the murder. Well, he's eventually found not guilty because of technicalities, and he uses his money to get himself off. But of course, I know the truth. I know the truth.
Fry the fucker.
Yes, he did kill her. And that is why Donald Trump is going to hell. Now don't forget, pathetic humans, I have a master plan for everyone.
Yeah, right.
Just kidding, humans. I ain't got no plan. There is no plan. You're so gullible. You're so gullible, you people. You'll go for anything. There is no master plan. And guess what? There is no heaven either. Oh, I shouldn't have said that, should I?
Uh-oh.
I gave that one away. Anyway, what's next, Mother T?
Hellbilly.
Oh, yeah. Now, this past week, I was over at the Hell Club again. And, of course, they were calling for me again. God, God, we want God. And so I got up on stage and I did a little show. There was a guitar there, and I sung them a little song. So we're gonna check that out, right?
Damn right.
Yeah. Take a look at this, and we'll be back.
Come listen to the story about an ass named Don, a rich cocksucker with very tiny hands. Then one day he was grabbing at some pussy, and in his small brain he got an idea. President, that is, rile up the rednecks. First thing you know, Trump's a billionaire. Kinfolk said, Daddy, move away from there. Said Washington is the place you ought to be, so they loaded up the limos and they moved to D.C. Corruption, that is. Crooked congressman. Donnie got elected and went straight to work, grabbing all the women all over D.C. Then one day he was shooting for a chick. The woman started laughing at his little tiny dick. Minuscule. Puny.
deplorable hillbillies.
Well, now it's time to say goodbye to Don and all his kin. They would like to thank you folks for voting for him. Females all invited to his new locality to have a heaping helping of his sexuality. Hillbilly deplorables, that is. Rednecks. Crackers, take your shoes off. Y'all go back now, yeah.
Oh, hey humans. You back already? How did you like my little song? How did you like that song? Well, I was a big fan of the Beverly Hillbillies back in the old days. I really liked that Jed, Jethro, Ellie Mae, and, Granny, of course. Mr. Drysdale, loved them all. Great show. Go watch the Beverly Hillbillies. Anyway, I decided to mix it up a little bit and modernize it. Put the little godly touch in there, and there you have it. So, you like it, Mother T?
Number one in heaven.
Yeah. Excuse me. Sorry. What'd you say, Bob? What you need, Bob? Come here, Bob. Come here, Bob. You're the good kitty. You're the good kitty. You're the good kitty. Oh, no. Get off. You son of a... Okay. Oh, that one hurt. Okay. We gotta go. We'll be seeing you soon. Say goodbye, Mother T. I gotta go get... Oh, I might have to go to the hospital for this one. Oh, can you drive me to the ER, Mother T? Can you take me to the ER? I think I'm losing a lot of blood. That goddamn Bob. He did me again.
Oh,
Okay,
fine.
okay, I'm going to the ER. See you later.